the problem of Benin did not start in 1897. The crisis started long before then. But the climax was that 18th of February, 1897, when salt loses its saltiness, it becomes worthless. Benin is the heart of Africa. Yeah, it's escapulated between latitude 0 degrees and longitude 0 degrees. What I'm saying, between Accra and Fanadopo. In the heart of that place is Benin City, the very center of the world. So when the Benin man says, I don't have this album, that Benin is the center of the world. Geographically, he's very right. What is missing here, like I said, is not the physical, but the spiritual. Benin City, was first called a city by the Portuguese 700 years ago. And the term Great Benin was first used in 1641. You can imagine how far back that is. Great Benin, where the king lives. In Benin, you say, Oredo no Baye. So it tells you the spirit, the force, and the power which this great city creates, sends out, and retrieves. The first thing we are going to do is to walk around what we have to offer the world. Our oil and gas is art and culture. That is what is missing.
Okay, thank you. My priest, good to have you here. It's an honor to have you here. Knowing your place in this city, where you are coming from and what you represent, it's a privilege.
Thank you very much.
You mentioned two things that are very critical to the rise of this city, the rise of this state. First, you said the issue is spiritual, which is also important. And you talked about we walking our way, showcasing what this city can offer to the world, which is very important. The question when they ask of what is missing in Benin City, first, before the transition to colony, this city was the most powerful city, most powerful empire. I believe there was a pivotal step to how the kingdom saw themselves to restore back the greatness of this city. The people must uphold who they were before and then showcase what makes them unique to the world. It is very important that people, first of all, they must know who they were. Because at the moment, democracy is currently ruling the society, which is lovely. But before democracy, there was monarchy. And the monarchy system and democracy are two different governments. If two governments are in the same location, there will always be conflict. Having a monarchy system and democratic system in the same house, we create conflict. Before the democracy system of government, it was made through the colonial masters, not the decision and the will of the people and the will of the kingdom. So Benin City must understand, the Edos must understand that there was a great kingdom, and there is a great kingdom, and there will be a great kingdom. For that to happen, they must embrace their nature, their royal nature, the power nature of this city, and love this city, and begin to bring out the best of this city to the world. That's an addendum to what you have highlighted, sir. We must begin to embrace the nature of who we were before the colonial masters.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
It's about 130 years in Benin fell. We have not recovered. The problem is the psyche on the thing. Who were colonizers? They colonized over 201 towns, villages, kingdoms, stretching from Fanadopo all the way to Accra. Suddenly, we had our day, and we had our evening, and we had our night. We are yet to recover from that fateful day, February 18th, 1897. Yes, we live in a democratic setup, in a sovereign state. Correct. The Oba of Benin reigns. It's not sovereign. Correct. Because you don't have sovereign kingdoms in republics. But the difference here is that the Oba of Benin is different from other monarchies in Africa. The Oba of Benin is the spiritual hub of the Benin nation. He's the head of judiciary, he's the head of administration, he's the head of religion. It has not changed. He is still the heart, he's still the breath, he's still God's own representative to the Benin people.
Exactly.
In Benin, we have a very concise religious setup. You worship God, Agosa. You propitiate the deities, Awebo. You venerate your ancestors, Aroemi. You appease the strong evil one, Aoesto. But in the same vein, Agoba and Agosa will worship the king the way we worship God. That tells you the frequency at which the Oba of Benin flowed. We don't share power with him, rather we give him all our powers.
Exactly.
Now the question is simply this: if you don't know where you're coming from, you can't know where you are. And if you don't know where you are, you can't know where you are going. Benin has been cosmopolitan for 500 years. That is a city where different nationalities live. Whether it's Olukumi that you now call Yoruba, whether it's the Igbo, whether it's the Hausa. Fulani is just yesterday when we were talking of the Benin setting. Everybody comes here to trade. Everybody comes here, especially at this time, November, December, when the festivities are going. People come back to pay their loyalty, come to pledge their fealty. Some come to pay homages. Trade is brought in. There's envoys from all over the world, especially Europe. For an example, in 1823, Benin was the first kingdom in the world to recognize the independence of Brazil. That means exchanging ambassadors. Prior to that time, in 1486, we exchanged ambassadors with the Portuguese, the Dutch, the French, even the Vatican City. But the truth is that every dog has its day. Great empires have come. Egypt, Greece, Rome, the Byzantine, the Ottoman Empire, all are shadows of their former self. But the force that keeps Benin going has kept us together. When you say Benin, it's a package that was put together by the white men. We call ourselves Edo. We call our kingdom Edo. We call our city, a capital, Oredo. We call our king Omonoban Edo. Everything said around that single word Edo. But our neighbors don't call us Edo. For an example, the Yorubas call us Accra. The Yorubas, the near Yorubas, Ondo, Ekiti, whatever, they call us Ado, which is a Yorubanized version of the word Edo. Then the Igbos call us Edu. Edu is the progenitor of Benin royalty. Onyedu, that's what they call us. It is the Chekiri, our neighbors to the south, that call us Ugbeni. And the white man could not pronounce Ugbeni. They called us Benin. And by 1472, the Portuguese introduced us to the rest of the world as Benin. So it comes in different variation. So it's interesting, but the whole concept is, it is the Edo Kingdom of Benin. When you refer to the Edo person, is what you now call Benin, Esan, Orobo. Some parts of Ondo, then some states, city-states in Bayelsa, like Nimbe, they all claim descent from Benin. So it's an interesting thing that we can harness to build a base for our future. Like I said earlier, I said the greatest thing we have is our art and culture. 500 years ago, Benin exported their own version of kingship everywhere. And the most visible aspect of it is the Ada and Ebe. It's carried all the way from Oguta down to the Ewe of Ado, from the foothills of the Kukuruku Hills down to the swamp. The Ada and Ebe represents power and authority. Now, what we're looking at is developing tourism. Tourism is the easiest way of harnessing money from the civilized north from the developed north, the correct penance, to the developing south. I'll give an example. If, for instance, we put together a package and work on just the diaspora, I'm not saying the African American, I'm not saying the African European, I'm not saying the Chinese or whatever, but our own diaspora, our own people that left here, that have settled in the last 50 years. They live in America, they live in Europe, Germany, Switzerland, France, Austria. They are black people, but their children in most cases are hybrid. They are neither European nor African. They are neither Beninese nor German. They are neither Edo nor French. Now, if we look at this group of persons, they are numbering about 250,000 families. I want them to come home once a year for a short period, Christmas period. They come home and they enjoy the benefits of what we enjoy every day: the tradition, the art, and the culture. Each person, for an example, will pay $5,000. That is a package. When you bring in 1,000 persons, that is $5 million. And you can run that series all the way from September into January. That's one. We can also take it to them. In the last 5 years, I've made a lot of trips into several countries in Europe. When you say Benin, the first thing that occurs to anybody here in the word Benin is art, culture, and beyond that one, deep tradition. I'm very knowledgeable about our art history and culture, but I don't understand our religion, because you have to be a participant to understand the religion. But our greatest damage to us and our future, it's not the church per se, it's not Christianity per se, but it's those who practice Christianity, in one word, the Pentecostal, the charismatic. What they don't understand is demonic. Like I said, we believe so much with God and we worship God. If you are not able to separate your tradition from your religion, you are in deep shape, because you can't move forward. If I say participate in my festival as a participating observer, not an ardent, it's a different story. You can't go for festivals. But I won't go because I say I'm a Christian. It is against my religion. Those are some of the things we also need to walk around. When I was growing up, Igwe was our end of year festivity. Everybody participated, whether you are Christian, Muslim, or African traditional religion. But today, it's a shadow.
You're very correct. You are very correct, please. From my perspective, I have a mission. And my mission is to restore the African power. if we had to connote that with the Benin City power, what they know you of is different from what you transact to the world, from my perspective. Because before all this transaction, what brought the Portuguese to the Edo? Trade. What brought the British? Why were they so interested in the Edo? Trade. That means they saw the empire. One, it was an innovative empire, first. Secondly, an empire that is full of authority, power. And also empire that is so creative. Empire that is so welcoming. They have this hospitality nature in them. For it to be powerful, it's what you can produce. What I can get from you. That's what makes you powerful. So for the Edo to be known, to be truly honored to the world, they must give the world such. You talk about the tourism, art and culture. That's a mirror. But beneath it, it is what I'm so interested. My question is, if we are to move this city forward, why we attract people to this city? Why would people want to? What will make me leave New York? Apart from someone from diaspora, because the diaspora said they're great, but it's not enough. Why do people go to Dubai today? They are not concerned about their culture itself. They created environment, infrastructure,
Or own business.
exactly.
Business.
Exactly. If we think of this Western developed nation, what will make you want to visit is because they harness what makes them unique.
Let me give you an example.
Exactly.
The first thing you smell when you go into Europe is
Yeah.
coffee. The last thing you smell is coffee. There is no single coffee tree in the whole of Europe. When you go to Switzerland, Switzerland is known for what? Chocolate. There's no single cocoa tree in Switzerland. It is what you project that shows the world what you have.
Exactly.
Science and technology has been with us for a long time. When the white man came, we were apart. We were on the same frequency.
That's it.
When they made large cities, our city was different. I've been to Europe, I've been to more than 20 countries. Their roads are twisted and winding. In Benin, we had wide roads, straight roads. I'm not talking of today. I'm talking of 1472. That's over 500 years ago. Whereas the Europeans said that they saw street lighting in Benin 500 years ago. That you can travel from here to Lagos. You don't have to carry a weapon. What is that? Security. Everybody has the story of Adesua and Ogioboro. That is 1750. Adesua traveled from here to Obuluku with just a handmaid. That tells you there was security. So those are some of the things we're looking at. How were we able to harness what we have to build a functional security apparatus? Information gathering. The Benin man says the Oba hears with all his body. That is, there was a wonderful intelligence gathering. That's what is lacking. I'll give an example. About almost 15 years ago, I brought some Irish here to do business. We traveled all over the state. Oh, they saw a very illustrious people, because I remember one of them made a statement. He said, look, we've been traveling for the last 5 years. I'm yet to see one idle person on the streets. But what was lacking? There were so many security checkers, police, army, this, that. And the man asked a statement, are you at war? I said, no. Nobody will only carry his hard-earned cash to come and invest in a place that is not secured. Correct. The visibility of this, the armed members of the security apparatus, police, whatever, carrying weapons, frightens every investor. I've traveled by road across the west coast from here to Senegal. Throughout my trip, all I hear is whistle in the French-speaking West African countries. Whistle, everybody's called to order. In Ghana, the baton. But in Nigeria, armored cars. And you want me to invest here? So those are some of the things. We have to look first and foremost what our crisis, internal crisis is. If we straighten it. Why did the Portuguese come here? They were looking for pepper. See this alligator pepper? Benin could load a ship in 2 months. That means we had a very wide network of trade. Benin was exporting 150,000 yards of cloth. That's the cloth, the cotton that finally gave birth to the jeans, the calico. Benin was exporting ivory. Ivory was used in piano keys, used in making handles of cutlery. For close to 700 years, we were able to supply elephant tusks. The white man took over 2,000 elephant tusks from the palace. What I'm saying is that we had something to provide. Understand what I'm saying? The English came here first time in 1553, not 1897. But they made a functional empire, kingdom, strong, that you can't conquer them. So what do? You negotiate a deal with them.